Hey there YouTube, this is Vargas XX78 with another collection picker video, comic book edition. Just went to my local comic book store and I picked up all the comic books that were waiting for me for these last 3 weeks, I think. And like always, I wanted to make a video sharing what I picked up. I really hope this comes out okay because it's actually at night. I usually try to record the videos during the day. But I just haven't had a chance to actually record it, so I'm doing this at night because this is the only time where I'm actually going to get to do this. So hope everything works out and you can see the cover. So first thing I picked up is the Superior Spider-Man issue 2 with Doc Ock, Spidey kissing their Mary Jane. Sorry about that, I have a really bad cold. And throughout the issue, Ghost PD is haunting Dr. Octopus even though no one can hear him. And Dr. Octopus is trying to get with Mary Jane, but he decides that she's a liability and she sends her packing. But by the end of the issue, Carly Cooper decides that she's going to figure out what's going on because she's starting to suspect something's up with Spider-Man. So I guess she's going to factor in Peter Parker coming back. But I did not like this issue. The whole Ghost Spider-Man thing wasn't that cool. I just didn't like it. I did not like this issue. The last issue was okay. This one, not so much. Then I picked up Venom, issue 30. It's not clear if the Venom suit or the demon that's inside Flash Thompson is starting to take control. But whatever is taking control beats the heck out of the UFOs, or the human, I think. And Flash Thompson is made aware of that, and now he has to deal with the fact that either the suit or the symbiote or the demon, or even a combination of both, are taking control over him. So it's going to be interesting to see how he deals with that. I'm actually curious to see what happens there. Then I picked up The Awesome Avengers. That's not what it's called. It's just Avengers, but it's an awesome book. Jonathan Hickman does it again. The artwork by Jerome Pena was really cool. I thought this is issue 3. And the new giant team of Avengers travels to Mars. They put a stop to these aliens thanks to Captain Universe. And they leave them there in Mars to work on whatever it is they're working. But this powerhouse team basically just stops them. I also picked up Avengers issue 4, which focuses on Hyperion. This is actually pretty funny. I was talking about with a friend of mine from work that also reads comic books that now that the Sentry is gone, Marvel doesn't have their version of Superman, and we both mentioned that they should probably bring back Hyperion. That's the closest thing they have, and that's exactly what they did. But this issue, well, at least it was confusing to both of us because this issue mentions that there's 2 Hyperions. So that might be something that factors in later on, because that wasn't very clear to either of us. But really good issue, really good writing, and the artwork, the interior artwork was done by Adam Kubert. So I thought that was pretty awesome. Picked up Uncanny Avengers issue 3. The artwork by John Cassaday is awesome. The writing is kind of weird because the Red Skull is taking control over people's minds telepathically. Captain America is able to assist. So are the X-Men because they were trained. But the Thor, surprisingly enough, is taken over. I think what's weird is that the Red Skull would probably need some time to learn how to use the powers that he got. I don't think he would learn how to use his powers to control people's minds right off the bat, but that's what happens here. So it's a weird book. It started off really cool, and it does have some cool moments, but then it pulls out some really weird stuff. I'll still pick up the following issue because I like the premise, but I don't know, it has some very inconsistent things. A book that's been consistently good is Batman. This is issue 16, another part of the Best of the Family crossover with the Joker. Amazing book, really cool. I'm so digging this storyline. Not just because it stars the Joker, because it's incredibly well written. By the end of this issue, Batman is strapped into an electric chair, and he seems to bite the big one. Yeah, really looking forward to issue 17, which concludes the whole thing. Then picked up Batman and Robin issue 16, where Damian is fighting Joker-juiced Batman, but it's a spoiler alert if you want to skip what happens here. It's revealed that this Joker-induced Batman was not really Bruce Wayne. He was just some random guy to try to beat Damian, and he does so. And this is going to lead off to the conclusion in Batman 17, so that was pretty cool. Picked up the Batman and Robin annual, where Damian sends Bruce Wayne on a wild goose chase, and he's off in Gotham pretending to be Batman. This was actually pretty cool. But of course, Bruce Wayne knows that he was on a wild goose chase, but he was just went along with it to let Damian do his own thing. Really cool issue. I really like that one also. Another one that suffers from a lot of weirdness, Batman Incorporated. This is issue 7. I don't know. I just haven't gotten into this book as much as I would have liked. So I don't know. I want to see how everything concludes, but I don't see this going very far. Picked up some back issues just because they were there, and I picked up the last issue of FF, issue 23, mostly because I picked up the last issue of Fantastic Four, the Hickman run, and I want to see how everything concluded, and it kind of doesn't. It just, the Fantastic Four issue was the conclusion of Doom and Valeria, and this is the conclusion of Franklin Richards. But Jonathan Hickman finished off everything. He wrapped around some questions, but he didn't really solve all of them. So, I don't know. I picked it up because it was the final issue, and I thought it would continue the Dr. Doom thing, but it didn't. But it was still a very well-written book. I saw this one at the comic book store. This is Green Lantern, issue 46. And I picked this one up because it's part of the Reign of the Supermen, when Green Lantern got involved with this is after Curse City got destroyed by the cyborg Superman, and Green Lantern went there to investigate, and he fought Mongol, and he was there during the whole Return of Superman and the defeat of the cyborg. So I picked this one up because of that, Reign of the Superman, and because, of course, this is the event that leads to Green Lantern becoming Parallax, the destruction of Coast City. So that's why I picked this one up. I was also able to find Green Lantern Rebirth issue 4. I only have issue 5 and 6, so I want to work my way back and get this miniseries, which is when Hal Jordan stops being the Spectre and he returns to being Green Lantern, and he brings back the Green Lantern Corps. So I picked this one up. Thought that was pretty cool. Picked up Green Lantern issue 16. Finally, they get involved. This comic book gets involved with the Rise of the Third Army, with the new Simon Bass Green Lantern getting into the mix. And he's able to use his power to wake up his brother-in-law who was in a coma. So finally things are starting to get into it, but it's going to end. Picked up Green Lantern New Guardians issue 16, again finally getting involved with the crossover. But by this issue, Kyle Rayner is able to harness the power of all the spectrums, and he's able to turn into a White Lantern. The bummer about this is that the crossover ends in a Green Lantern Corps annual, and I don't pick that one up, so it wasn't on my pull list. So now I gotta see if I can get a copy of that, because that's where this whole crossover ends. So that kind of sucked. It makes sense that it would be an annual, but I don't collect that series, so I missed it. Picked up Justice League issue 16, continuing the beatdown of Atlantis to the heroes. By the end of the issue, they're going to put together the Justice League of America. And Billy Batson in the backup is now fighting Black Adam, so that was pretty awesome. Picked up Simpsons Comics 198. Really love the cover there. I think this actually happened on the video game, but I thought the cover was just really, really cool. It has Homer traveling to the land of donuts. And if I remember correctly, because I kind of just breezed through this one, Homer inherits a donut shop. So yeah, I have to reread that one actually. For Superman, sorry for the delay, guys. Picked up Superman issue 16. Now the Justice League enters the fray, trying to stop that Hell guy that's from Krypton, or is it HL? I don't know. But he gave his nano suit to Superboy, so Superman's back to wearing that ridiculous costume with the Levi's and the shirt and the cape. I'm sorry, that is a stupid-looking costume. I like the nano suit, but this is ridiculous. This has to change. But the artwork is pretty awesome, and the crossover seems interesting, even though I'm missing a big chunk of it, just like with the Green Lantern one. Picked up the last issue of the Before Watchmen Minutemen miniseries. This is issue 6. This was one of my favorite ones. This one and Night Owl were my favorite of the Before Watchmen books. But I think their scheduling is kind of messed up because Minutemen ended, but they're still releasing comic books out of order for this, so I don't know, but this one was pretty awesome. Minutemen, if you can get that one, I would recommend it. The completist in me is still making me pick up Ozymandias, even though I don't really like it. But it has one more issue to go, so why not? Yeah, I didn't like Ozymandias that much. The completist in me again made me pick up a Dollar Bill. It wasn't that bad. This was actually pretty cool. And thankfully, it's only a one-shot, not like the Moloch one. But yeah, that was kind of pointless. I also almost missed this one, only because Dark Avenger was talking about it. But and the reason why I picked it up is because this is the first issue of Deadpool Illustrated. But this follows the Deadpool from Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe. He's already killed a whole bunch of superheroes, but he's decided that's not going anywhere. So he enters the multiverse, and he's actually traveling to, like, literally stories, like Moby Dick or Huckleberry Finn and Tom Sawyer. That's why I picked it up, because I thought that was amazing. It's a continuation of a really awesome miniseries, but also it has Deadpool beating up on characters from classic books. And I thought that was pretty awesome. So that's why I'm going to pick this one up. I'm not sure if this is a mini. It doesn't say any description here, but this I thought was pretty cool. Really, really worth the pickup. Picked up Witchblade 163, a very cool cover, but a weird issue inside. Witchblade, Sarah Passini is dealing with the trafficking of magic by these people, and this was kind of weird, but I love the cover. I hope you guys can make it out, but the cover was pretty cool. You know, I'm really sorry about the lighting, but I'm recording this at night, and I've turned on a whole bunch of lights here, which made the living room a little brighter. But I hope everything comes out well when I upload it. Picked up Savage Wolverine. I wasn't actually going to pick this one up, but I'm not picking up any Wolverine book as of right now, except the one following this. This was okay. Wolverine wakes up in the Savage Land, and he has no idea how he got here. The best thing about it is definitely the Frank Cho artwork. I thought it was a pretty good issue. They're going to release normal Wolverine. This is Savage Wolverine, and they're going to release just Wolverine. I want to pick that one up because of the Alan Davis artwork. But after they get a few issues, then I'm going to decide. I only want to pick up one Wolverine comic, so I don't know if I'll pick up this one or the other one. Which one I'll keep. picked up Wolverine and the X-Men issue 24. And this is date night for the Jean Grey School. It has Bobby Drake and Kitty Frost going out on a date. It has Quentin Quire trying to get a date out of young Jean Grey. And Wolverine and Storm share a moment there. But like this book as well. Thought this one was pretty cool. By the end of the issue, Brew wakes up from his coma, but he's acting all brutish. So gotta pick up issue 25, see how that gets resolved. And picked up Wonder Woman issue 16. Continuing her meeting with Orion, and just things are really. You'd think things couldn't get possibly worse for Wonder Woman, but somehow they do. So yeah, still loving Wonder Woman. The new take on her is pretty interesting, and I want to see what else they do with this. So good book. Not that big a thing. I actually also reserved the Legend of Zelda Hyrule Historia. It's this massive book that's like $30, but it has everything you could possibly want of Zelda. But it wasn't there yet, so I didn't pick it up. Hopefully I'll be able to share that on another video. But yeah, it was a small haul. Not many comic books released this last month, but like always, I like to make the recommendation of the pickups, and I'm going to go with Deadpool Illustrated. I loved Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe, and this was pretty awesome. Just again, because I'm a huge fan of what-if stories, and seeing Deadpool interact with classic book characters, I thought was just hilarious and absurd and awesome at the same time. And I'm going to go with, where's the other one? Well, you know which one I'm going to go to. Of course I'm going to choose Batman. You can't get this crossover, Death of the Family. It's the Joker in a very sick and messed up way. He's wearing his face as a mask. Just amazing. The artwork by Capullo on this book is great. The writing by Scott Snyder is awesome. Pick up those two books if you want to pick up some great reading. But that was the comic book pickup video. Again, thank you so much for everyone that watches this video, everyone that leaves a comment. I really appreciate it. And until I see you all again, this is Vargas XX78. Signing off.